welcome to another episode of 1878 United Fan Zone. Manchester United get a crucial win tonight against Fcsb with a two goal win, shall I say? Through to the next round, and what that means is, as of right now, only 5 games next month. Amorim gets his training time, Mikey. What are your thoughts on the game tonight?
We had it under control for the match, which was expected against this kind of opposition. Much respect to Fcsb. They were, that crowd was crazy. The tifo was beautiful. They showed up, they sung, they had a guy singing on the microphone, as well as a drum going. And they were boisterous. They were out there. So much respect to them. I'm not going to disrespect them in any way, but the truth of the matter is they are a lesser opposition than, what we deal with on a day-to-day. So we did what we were supposed to do. You can only be who's in front of you. We did what we were supposed to do. The first half was a little flat, a little boring. I think once Amorim saw, hey, let me take 𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙍 off. Let me take this person off and really put people on, like put Ahmad in and put Garnacho in to get it going, take Ericsson off. We got hold of the game. Bruno played well. I think everybody played well once the second half started. I think we were just flat in the first half. I think anybody played poorly in the first half, per se.
I'm going to disagree on you with one little bit.
Poorly?
Yeah, one person.
Who played poorly?
𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙍.
Oh, yeah.
𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙍 was... if I could give a rating for 𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙍 today, I would give him a 2. He was horrendous.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, I much agree with you. 𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙍 was horrendous. And it really goes to show how important Doku is probably going to be for Manchester United.
Yeah, I didn't like. I don't feel like he played poorly. I just feel like he didn't get into the game. He was just nowhere. And I feel like he was just flat. So I wouldn't probably give him a 2, maybe a 4. I don't think he was terrible, but at the same time, he was nowhere. Some guys are just they're passengers. They're just there in the game but all in all, bro, everybody played well. We did what we were supposed to do. 𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙍 Bayindir, tough, nice and strong in the goal, solid in the goal. He didn't have much to do, but when he was called upon, he handled his business. He had a shot at the near post he dealt with.
Yeah.
His passing, like his passing kind of scares me. He kind of scares because he doesn't look comfortable when it's played short.
I will say this one thing though. Someone said to me during the game today when I was at the bar, what was he doing there? The ball came back to him. The player was running at him. At a ground level football, ground level, and I mean when I say ground level UK style, you're talking 6, 7, 8 years old. For me, he did the right thing at that particular point. Someone was like, what's he doing? Like, oh, this is 7th grade. Kick it out. If in doubt, kick it out. It's a golden rule. It's one of the first things you learn in England as a player. If in doubt, kick it out. The player's running at him. If he is a little bit more comfortable, he would have probably did an Onana and did a little spinny spin, whatever, and got around it and made the ball go out. But for me, he did the right thing. It's those simple little things of kicking the ball out that we haven't done correctly in such a long time. I agree with you. His footwork isn't great. But no, Onana's is great, but his passing is not good. So I'd rather have a guy in goal right now that's it for the rest of the season. And I'm still Bayindir in goal. Every day of the week, I'm still Bayindir. He's conceded 1 in 3 games. Even though Onana did play better at the weekend, I still think Bayindir is overall a better goalkeeper. But yeah, you understand what I mean when it comes to that? The simplest little things turn into a bigger thing. You know what I mean?
I definitely get it. I don't think he's a better goalkeeper of the two, but because we've only seen him in these few games. Like, I didn't watch him in Turkey. I didn't watch him where he was before. I don't
I'm
think
just
he's been bad.
going off of the last
I don't
couple
think
of
he has
months.
a body of work enough to say like he's better than Onana yet,
Yeah.
right? He has been better in these last 3 games, so I'll 100% say that. I just feel like even when he put it out, then he just looks kind of uncertain sometimes when he's putting it out.
Yeah.
When he's passing it short, it looks like a few times I'm like, okay, just get it out, dude. You're laboring. Like one time he labored on it a little bit, and the guy closed him down, and then he got the pass off. I'm like, just get it out. Just get it to a man. I don't care what you have to do. Even if it's in play and you hoof it, that's fine. But other than that, solid. Not going to nitpick on that. Solid. Called upon. Blocked the shot. Looked good. He's a good shot stopper. Nobody played terribly for me.
Yeah.
That I was just like, even Dalot got a goal today. That was good. That's great for his confidence. That pass
I
into
actually
him.
wanted to touch on that in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, that pass into him was mint. Perfect
It
across.
wasn't so much the pass for me was mint. What really stood out for me today I think Amorim's finally getting through to the players, because 3 or 4 games ago we were talking about how Dalot doesn't get forward. Now Dalot's sitting on the back post, tapping a ball in.
Nope.
It's working. You know what I mean? And
I don't know, man.
For me, it's like we got 5 games next. 5 games. There's no midweek games. Let me rephrase that. The only midweek game technically we have is, and it's not even really a midweek, it's a Friday. We have Leicester on a Friday. There's no midweek games. 1 game a week. There is no reason. This is prime time Amorim training time. Yep. You got Luke Shaw back. Mason Mount will be back. And Luke Shaw, I know everyone's going to be injured. Nah. For some strange reason, I have a feeling that motherfucker is now going to be fit for the rest of the season. Now Doku's coming. You know what I mean? It's like Superman. He's like, oh no, someone's going to take my spot. I'm going to be fine now.
To be fair, he's been out a fair bit.
He has been out a fair bit.
He's had some time now. So if he I just pray that you know what? I hope that's what's motivated that, like, somehow subconsciously, the fact that, hey, I might be losing my job kind of kickstarts his body in a weird way to stay healthy.
It'd be wonderful, because I think him as a left wing back, fully fit, improves this team drastically.
Yeah.
Drastic. Because we all know about his crossing ability. His crossing ability is phenomenal.
I think he's a good
and his
piece
ability to get on the back
what
post. You saw it in England versus Italy. He got the first goal after like 6 minutes. So it looks like things are coming together. I don't want to get too ahead of the game, but 5 wins in the last 6 games. 5 in the last 6.
I'm still not. I
No,
don't think.
I agree with you.
Nothing's coming together for me.
But it's a mindset for the players. You understand what I mean?
I get that, but I don't. We were down badly to Southampton not too long ago. We got our clocks clean against Brighton not too long ago. We played this team. This might be our level. We could dominate teams like this. And outside of those other ones, we nicked a result against Arsenal in penalties, which is, hey, I'll take it. We technically drew to them and drew to Liverpool. So I don't think we've turned the corner. It's good. It's good. It's like you said, 100% agree with that. It's good confidence going forward. A win is always good confidence, but I'm not saying anything to say these guys are, because that first half was flat. I'm not expecting brilliance from them every time they touch the pitch. That's impossible. It's impossible. But I'll take the points. We're into the knockout stages now. We're good now. So, we'll move. And I'm looking ahead to the weekend.
Yeah, we got a couple of chats. Dan Taylor saying got the result, missed a few chances today, could have been 4 goals easily.
Yeah, Mainoo missed one right in front of the goal with it's just him, the keeper.
Yeah, he did make up for it for the next one.
And then that it was rolling. It was rolling when he got to it. So it's like it
kind of reminded me of the 𝗍𝙀 pass in where against Liverpool, where Maguire put it over. It was bouncing, it was moving a little bit. And then Sanjeeva saying Shaw is fit until the next Call of Duty drops in November. It's kind of like Neymar. Neymar's fit until his sister has a birthday. Yeah, they all have their little.
Yeah, I would love to see Shaw just play out the rest of his career and be able. What is he, like 29, 30?
Yeah, he's right.
He's young. He's younger than me. Like the guy, I would love to see him have at least 2 or 3 more good years at United, and I'm all here for his redemption arc. But I can't have you getting hurt and being off, missing 30% of the season every season. It can't work.
Yeah, it just sucks because of that big injury that he had with a double broken leg. It's still affecting him to this day, and such an injury can destroy somebody's career. One thing I did notice today, I think I didn't think he played amazing. I think he played better. Was Rasmus Højlund today? I think he got into positions. I think the ability to put the ball through kind of helped him a lot more. He got a lot more service today. I'm thinking a confident Rasmus Højlund definitely puts the header in. That one that came into him kind of went straight at the goalkeeper, but a more confident Rasmus Højlund would have put it in the far post rather than the near post. All around, I think it was just a good performance. But like you said, I'm not getting overhyped. The team that we just beat, it's Fcsb. But what I'm a little more confident about is, we just got through the entire group stage of the new competition rules unbeaten. The only team in the Europa League to do it.
Are we? Did Galatasaray lose?
I believe they may have lost today. I think we're the only team that did get through. If it's not, if
Lazio lost,
huh?
Because it was us, Galatasaray, and Lazio.
Okay, well, one of the 3. Either way, you can look that up. For me, it's still a good thing. We got through unbeaten.
They lost to Ajax today.
Yeah, Galatasaray lost 2-0. Yeah, they lost 2-0 to Ajax. Yeah. I'm not sure if the other team. I think we ended up. I believe we did.
Lazio lost today too to Braga. Yep, yeah. We're the only ones. Coming into today, it was 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
but yeah, we the only team to go through unbeaten.
I think Spurs are the only real threat. Spurs, Frankfurt.
Real Sociedad is a threat to me if we have to play them in the next round because we don't typically do well against Spanish teams. It's not that they're amazing. We just don't do well in Spain. We know that. We don't do well against Spanish.
Yeah, but that's like a thing like the hot hand, right? It's like it's not really anything in there. We just happen to lose to Spanish teams, right? Like they're like, oh, you don't do well in Istanbul. Like, okay, yeah. I always think the ball has to roll with this case. In this case, I feel like we're not the best team in this competition yet. But I do feel like we have the best manager.
Yeah.
And I definitely think we might have the best. We might have a better midfield than most of these guys.
I think overall. I think we have the best team in Europa League. I think we do.
I can't say that when Tottenham beat us 3 times, home and away.
Yeah, but that's like saying we can't beat Brighton. Man City can't beat Spurs either. So,
well, yeah,
and that goes back to last year and the year before that.
They beat us twice this year. Multiple goals.
They beat City last year too. The
Yeah,
only reason City.
We're not talking about City. We
Yeah.
know that they're not better than City.
Yeah.
That's a false equivalency. We know they're not better than City, but we know for a fact they beat our ass at home and at their ground. So like, I can't quite say I'm better than them when it's like 6-0.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to play them in the next round.
Just a couple of comments. I want to point out Sung Lee. Welcome to the chat. I think this is your first time. Appreciate you coming in. When do we get Dorgu? From what I'm hearing, there was a few delays. It will be this weekend. There's no issues with the contract or anything. It's just getting the visa sorted for him to come into the England because they're not in the EU anymore. So they just have to get that sorted, and I believe it will be done this weekend. So probably a week's training. After the Palace game, and then we'll probably see a 10-15 minute debut from him probably next weekend.
Yeah, he probably do a walkout at Old Trafford on the weekend.
Yeah, against Palace. Yeah, kind of like
Hey,
Casemiro and Varane. Yeah.
how's everybody doing?
But
I'm
appreciate the
Patrick.
comment, Sungli. Like I said, welcome. Thank you for popping in. If please stay. And then Ronaldo, after a disastrous December, we stabilized in January. Hopefully February, we train and build. 100%.
Yep.
Europa draw in the morning. We came third. We can face Galatasaray, Real Sociedad, tricky. Yeah. That's two of the teams. I know there are some other teams that we can face also. Elytra is beating the vegan allegations. The butcher is back. Fact, baby.
That's fact.
Fact.
That's a fact.
Oh my God. He
I
is back.
I want to play
as Rashford did.
Galatasaray now. Get them out the way. Let's play them now.
I'll probably say I want to see Real Sociedad now just to get out of the way.
If we could beat them, then I feel comfortable with the rest of the competition because they have they score a lot of goals.
I believe we can't face Spurs till the final, I believe.
Yeah, see, I would like to face Galatasaray right now if we can get it. If Spurs make it that far. They were losing today.
I don't want to see Galatasaray or Sociedad now. I would rather see it in the next round. Just so he has a little more training, a little more we have a little more fluidity into the team because we can see Man United. We can see. I'm not saying it's perfect, and we have a long way to go. But you can see what he's trying to do. You can see the team is becoming more confident with the new system.
Yeah.
I think getting to the next round and then maybe getting Galatasaray, then maybe Sociedad, I think that would be better for Man United because you get a little more, used to the team, used to the system. I think that would probably be better because I honestly think next year, if he can get the players he wants, not necessarily the team wants, the players that he wants. If Garnacho goes in the summer, you're looking at 120 million to spend. So you get a good striker. You got Dorgu now. For me, there's no question in my mind. Amid Diallo has to play right wing back. He's just so good on the right wing, dude. And then there's a player who it reminds me of Luke Shaw so much, but I hope to God the redemption tour's on for him, Mason Mount, in the 10 position. I hope he can get it sorted. I really do.
I say play Kobe in the 10. He played.
Kobe was. Oh, I agree with you, man. I would swap Kobe and Bruno right now.
Yeah, play Kobe. We just would need some support for Ugarte.
Yeah,
back there.
Well, Bruno does that though. Bruno gets back real good. That's why I'm thinking he might be better in that position. He gets back better than Kobe.
Yeah, I would give him a run out there.
Yeah, swap those two and give him a little run. Play Garnacho right now. Garnacho and Kobe in the 10. Yeah, I'm liking it.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching him today. I thought he was good.
What, Kobe?
I thought he looked actually kind of like lively. Like he looked kind of fast today. I don't know if those guys are just slow, but he looked like he was on it. Muscle fibers going. So yeah, I want to see
that new haircut, man. It's that new haircut.
I'm glad that he scored today too. Like it was long overdue. Ahmad assist, love that. Love Dalot getting on the board too. And yeah, I think all in all, bro, we cannot complain about today.
What were your thoughts on the crosses today? It was so many. One thing I know Amorim has been complaining a lot about is that Man United don't have a lot of possession in their half, like their box area. I thought today we kind of dominated that area. And again, it's only Fcsb, but it doesn't matter. You can only play in for who's in front of you. And the more you play like that, the more confidence you get. I thought the domination in their area today was fantastic. I think Mainoo, and I think especially in the second half when Dalot played a little more on the left, getting behind their wingbacks or their left back and right back and putting those balls in. I think we played. It was like a training pitch in the second half for me. First half was a little, we didn't play too good, but the second half was training pitch. They were putting balls in left, right, and center. They controlled it. And that's something you want to see because even though it's a small team, United have come accustomed to losing to, almost losing to Southampton. So we can't say any team is small for United right now.
No, but there's clearly a golfing talent between both teams.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you.
They would be relegated if they played in our league every day.
Mhm.
I mean, I couldn't name one of those guys. I couldn't name none of those guys at all.
Yeah.
2 of them were United fans. Like I have to put that in perspective here. Like as good as we looked, we did play a very much inferior side. Like
No, I agree with you.
that thing exists. With all due respect, it does exist. But
Yeah.
we looked good against that side, and that's all right. It's all right to say. Two things can be right. Two things can be right. We look good against that side. We look good against them. We look good against them at home. That's what's important too, because these kind of places to walk into are daunting. They're not the easiest place to play. Look,
No.
we went into what was it last year in the Champions League against Copenhagen and all
Yeah.
these other sides, right? That we're supposed to beat, and they showed us that, hey, we're not afraid of you, and that's half the battle in sport.
Yeah.
The psychological part of it, but we handled that today. But we should be doing this. Like, let's not let the apple fall too far. We should be handling teams like this, handling teams like Southampton. These guys are on a lot of money. They're on a lot of money. A lot of these guys are on make way more than any of those FC, those South Bucharest guys make, in their entire career, they'll make in this season.
Yeah.
So,
I want to talk about our next five games real quick. We've got Palace at the weekend. We got Leicester in the FA Cup. We have Spurs. We have Everton. We have Ipswich. Of the 5 games for a Premier League, I expect if we want to challenge for any type of European place, I expect at least 9 points out of those games. Do you agree?
Expectations.
No, what I'm saying is if we want, I'm not saying I expect it. It just we need it. I'm saying if we want to challenge for a European place, we need to expect 9 points out of that.
Oh, you got to win out now.
Yeah.
We're at the point where
we're not going to win out.
We've
we
lost.
Still have to
too
play
many
Arsenal.
Games. We've lost too many games. Like we've lost too many games so now we're playing catch up. So yeah, that's true just for that reason alone. Yeah. But when we use the word expect, I'm like, do I expect us to win?
Yeah, maybe I wasn't saying it in that aspect. Like, hey, we expect to win the game. It's more we have to expect to win 9 points to challenge.
I think I don't think we're gonna make it there. I think Europa is our best path to get to another Europe, another berth in Europe. I just don't see these guys stringing together 5 wins, 4 wins, 7 wins. I don't see it. Yeah. I would love to be proven wrong, though. 100%. I would love to be proven wrong. I would love for these guys to go on a 10-game winning streak and beat Arsenal and everybody else in them. But this team is very bipolar, man. It's very bipolar and it's very oppositional based. That's what this team. Like it depends on who we play. We could play a really good team and go toe to toe against them, get a draw, nick a goal, and win it. We could play a very poor team and underperform and have Ahmed have to rescue us.
Yeah,
these things have happened.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Like, there's every possibility we go to Palace at the weekend and we lose. We're on a 3-game winning streak, but there's every possibility we do. What I'm kind of having in that mindset that these players are now starting to believe. You know what I mean? It's not a game. It's not 2 games. It's 3 games. It's 5. It's 5 in the last 6 that we've won. If these players can't start believing now, I don't think they're ever going to start believing. You know what I mean?
I got PTSD, man. That's all it is.
No, I agree with you.
I've been saying, hey, we're back. I don't even text our rival fans no more. I don't even text them anymore and say talk any shit. That's how bad it's been. Yeah. So I used to be like, yeah, we're back under Ollie when we're going on a 20-something game winning, 10-game, 15-game winning streak, rattle off those wins. I would talk, yeah, we back. Look, finish second, finish third, finish whatever. Now I'm just like, hey, I'm just riding the wave, man. So I'm sorry if I sound a little pessimistic out there.
No, dude, there's a part of me that's pessimistic too. Of the 5 games, Palace, Leicester, Spurs, Everton, Ipswich, the only one that I'm really concerned about as of right now is Everton.
Concerned about all of them.
I'm not like
My heart
Leicester.
beats
I'm not
fast
concerned
every
about
time this
Leicester.
game day.
Like I'm not concerned about Leicester at all.
But Leicester's, they're down to beat us. They have to be
We've beaten
due
them
to
twice
beat
already
us.
this year.
But yeah, but that makes them due to get a win.
Yeah.
They are due. They're on like Fulham. We've been kicking Fulham's ass for years now, right? They're on target to
There was
get
only a couple of years. It was it 2 years ago. The only
We're like
reason we beat
15-1 against them, bro.
Yeah.
That we've been
No, I
kicking
get
their
what
ass.
you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, we're kicking it like they're due to get one against us. I think the third time might be the charm. You know, in football and like college football, like this year when Georgia played Texas 2 times. When Georgia played Texas 2 times, not shit, but Georgia, real team. Anywho,
Baby Pitt.
when we played Texas 2 times, just to say this real quick. On the second time, I'm like, man, they're down to beat us this time. Like, I just hate seeing teams multiple times. We're gonna see Spurs for a third time. A third time. Maybe, you know, like I always feel like they're just down. But Leicester just beat Spurs. Sarcasm.
Nice one, Q. Nice one, Q.
Win, but Jamie Vardy might do us dirty.
Uh-huh.
He's been doing everybody dirty.
Yeah, well, he didn't play the last 2 games, I don't think, against
United. He scored against Spurs and then pointed at the badge.
Yeah, he pointed at the badge and went this.
He did that 2 times. I have one, you have none.
Yeah. That was he's done that twice now. That's impressive. Yeah.
I love that guy.
No, I'm excited for the future. I think like for me, the players are starting to get it. Yeah. I'm excited about Doku coming in and being I'm not excited about him coming in and changing and you know, we're gonna be this master team. I'm excited about the fact that we now have 3 wingbacks. 𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙀 looks like he's probably going to go by Monday. It looks like Real Sociedad Real Betis came in for him. Same team as Anthony today. He's not good enough. But Luke Shaw, we got Doku, and then Diego Leon who's coming in the summer. 3 wingbacks. We got 2 right backs type. You know, you got Dalot and then 𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙀 if he wants to play there. For the first time in a long time, we have players and the players have backups. The backups are decent. The only place I think we're lacking, and I think I did watch it, you know, I'm going to do some credit here to the Stretford Paddock today. They did a really good deep dive into Rasmus Højlund today. And I really liked it. His service, they did what he's doing right and what he's doing wrong. A lot of it's wrong is he's trying to be too physical rather than bouncing on the shoulder and getting behind. He's not in the right places as much. I'm thinking maybe alone or a top striker that comes in and he sits and becomes a bench player, kind of like Ollie does until he's ready. But I think striker is the only place right now that we are not comfortable in, if you understand what I mean. Like Ugarte, we have Collier. We're at the 8. We've got Bruno, Mainoo, 10. We've got Bruno, we've got Mainoo, Garnacho, Amid. Every place right now seems pretty solid other than the striker position. If we had a striker right now, maybe like Osman, man, we could be a good team this season. We just can't score goals. We're relying on our midfield to score the goals and not the striker. You know what I mean? Just vision having a top quality striker who's getting 15 goals. Not even say 15. 12 goals between now and the end of the summer. How good we could be.
No. Definitely need a striker for sure. Not gonna. I feel like we could use another midfielder, like another midfield player.
We're gonna get that in the summer because you're looking at Cass leaving, you're looking at Ericsson leaving in the summer. So obviously we're gonna reinforce in that area. But between now and the end of the season, I'm thinking 𝗕𝗓𝙀𝙀 just went up to the under 21s and scored yet the other day.
Yeah, put him in.
Bring him in for 10 minutes. But tonight would have been a great test.
Yep.
Great test for him. You know what I mean? I know he just played a couple of days ago, but the next round, the FA Cup, if we go Leicester next weekend, great test for 𝗕𝗓𝗎𝗓 to come in, see where he's at. If he's not ready, he's not ready, and then back down.
Yep.
Best for him to come in and get some minutes here. So
I definitely still think like if we could snatch up somebody, like in before Monday, because it cuts off Monday, right?
yeah, Monday at like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if we could just do a little business between now and Monday for, I don't know, maybe we just get someone on loan just in the midfield.
I know the Bayern guy is he prefers a move to Man United, but United are not going to be able to afford him for a straight buy.
Yeah, no, I mean it's not gonna happen, but I agree with everything you said, but I don't feel like we do need some more reinforcement.
Oh, no, trust me, I agree with that.
Yeah, we need some more reinforcements, but the midfield definitely, because there's just for different situations. This is when it's situational based, right? Because like today, he brought on Kobe. I mean, he brought on Ahmad, he brought on Garnacho, he took off Ericsson. He made a double change because the situation was different. We were playing flat. He ended up wanting to be more dynamic, be more on the front foot. He brought in 2 live wires that can do that, right? And
but that's the thing,
like
though, Mikey.
One
real quick.
more. Okay.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean to interrupt you real quick, but that's the thing with Doku coming in, right? And Luke Shaw being fit today. We don't have to worry about that left side anymore. So then we have more backup on the right side. Right? So say Doku's not playing, because I would play Doku ahead of Luke Shaw right now, because Luke Shaw, we just need to start integrating him for 10, 15 minutes, really, instead of just throwing him back into the game and him getting injured again. So the left side is kind of shored up right now with Doku coming in. Now we have a lot more on the right side where you could play Ahmed there, and if Ahmed needs a drop back, you could play. I honestly think that Dalot could do a solid job on that right side with some consistency on that right side. Or, when Ahmed's not playing. For me, Ahmed has to start on that right wing back. He just has to. He draws so many players out of position. For me, that's what I just wanted to say. Now that we have Doku, and Luke Shaw coming back, I think it opens up that left side a little bit more.
I don't know how good this guy Patrick is yet, so I can't say anything short up until I see him with the shirt on. So that's my only issue. It's like I don't know how good Diego León is at this level yet until I see them play. So I think we're still kind of wide open there. I think you got it dead on there, bro. I just would love to see a midfielder. If some way, come hook up by crook, we can get one before Monday, and that could play in these different, like maybe somebody to replace a Casemiro going forward, on loan. And we're like, Casemiro, thank you. You're a great servant to us. We know we're gonna move you on this summer. I was glad to see Casemiro play today.
Yeah.
I was very, and he didn't do half bad.
No, I give him
clearly he's doing what he needs to do in training.
Yeah.
He's doing what he needs to do in training. He's doing everything that Amorim's asked of him. So he can't be that bad if Amorim's still playing him. So
I agree with you.
If he doesn't get the move, cool. I would like to see more Casemiro, but until that time, if we could in the next 3 days, maybe get like a Sabitzer type to come in and play, something like that, something to give us even like a McTominay type, right? Like that's gonna run your box to box and give you a little bit of option. Not necessarily McTominay though. Somebody that could play with that kind of energy. That's what we need, like an energy guy that's gonna contribute. Is going to actually do things for the team. I think that's all we're missing in the midfield because we're 2 injuries away from being depleted.
Yeah,
two, and it's very
midfield?
easy. In the midfield, you get Ugarte hurt, Kobe Mainoo hurt, Collier and Casemiro now.
Collier and Bruno, I would.
There's another person in the midfield. Yeah, you gotta play a man. You gotta play a man deep. Yeah, you gotta play a man deep. You can't, So
one of the biggest things for me this year is the last couple of years. We've all not the last couple of years, the last 2 years, but preceding kind of Ten Hag. We've always brought a player up and I want to touch on Collier. What a professional player he has become. He came in today and did a solid job. I'm not going to give him a 7 and 8. I'm going to give him 6.5, maybe a 7. But the fact that Ugarte didn't even start today, and that is Amorim's boy, is just a testament of how well he is playing. And it's a testament to go like,
We
hey,
didn't miss him today.
yeah, it's maybe a testament to, especially our under 21s right now, of how we might not necessarily have to go out and buy 5-6 players in the summer. More along the lines of 2, maybe 3, and bring up 2 from the youth to from the under 21s, and go, hey, time to shine, because he's been great. You know, I look at the likes of Darren Fletcher's 2 kids. I look at Obi Martin. There's so much youth and talent in that team right now. And then, you know, Kai Rooney's going to be under the 18s next year. So he's going to be popping through in the next 2-3 years. And that kid is talented. Talented. I will never say, you know, on par with his dad, because for me, Wayne Rooney's one of the greatest players of all time. All time. Not for Man Utd, all time. Like, he was that good. So our youth team is looking good. And I think that a lot of those players can integrate well, and it just goes to show how well Amorim is also looking after them too, and going, you know what, bring this kid up, good. And I like to see it, because you look at, you know, the Busby Babes, you look at, you know, the class of 92, for instance, just those 2, how well we can bring youth teams through. And I know Manchester United right now, since the Busby Babes, we've had a youth team player in our starting lineup.
Before
Busby
that,
Babes.
before that, right?
Yeah.
It's been 100 years.
Yeah. No team is even coming close to that.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, listen, always thinking about the future and what could be. I think we've steadied the. I think Ronaldo hit it on the head earlier. We steadied the ship for the most part, since if we look back at where we were when we had Ten Hag to
Yeah.
now, Amorim has steadied the ship. We've had a few matches that were kind of dreadful and to be expected for a manager learning his players.
Yeah.
But now I think he's getting the system embedded in them to
Yeah.
the point where they're starting to be well drilled. There's still more time to go. There's still a lot more to do, and there's still signings to get for
I agree
sure.
with you, yeah. And that's why, for me, I'm glad that he signed now and not at the end of the summer. Because he's had this season, you know what I mean? He's had, hey, I've got 8 months to look at the players I want, look at the players I don't want, look at I want to teach the players that I do want the system. And in the summer, then I can go get the players that I think would swap players that I don't. I'm actually glad that he signed now, because I think I said it on the last show. If we had signed him in the summer, we would be at the start of the season where we are now, trying to figure out. The only difference is he would have more training. But what better training time than playing a game? I know in our mindset it's like, oh shit, we're not doing too good, and in Cheese's mind we're gonna get relegated. But what better training than playing against a team every single week that you're gonna play against? Yeah, you know what I mean?
I mean, you know, I'm not. I don't think you're wrong, but it's also like, you know, we're talking about what could have happened, right? Like,
Yeah.
maybe Ten Hag could have weathered the storm. Who knows? Maybe he could have got through and got a few more guys. I don't know. Not to be said here. But what I will say is, from when we started then to now, it's been working. We've had a few hiccups.
Yeah.
It's been working. I just want to see these guys buy more into it. That's it. I don't want to see any more us getting our ass kicked conceding early. That has to stop. Okay. And then us giving up the game on a late goal because we lost our head. That happens a lot too. I want to see
It
that
does.
hole in midfield close. I want to see the gaps in the defense be more resilient. I think we got a great defending group. Yeah, Amorim's getting it right so far, and I just feel like I also think like 99% of us are on board with Amorim, and that's the first time I've ever felt like this entire fan base, for the most part, aside from the 16-year-olds that are online,
Yeah. Amorim
that
out already. Or
right,
the
aside from
LA peeps sometimes.
the trolls, that are out there, but I feel like we're all united here. This is the first time I felt actually comfortable in a manager. I felt confident in a manager. Like, you know what, Amorim's gonna figure it out. He's gonna get these guys straight. Even with how he's handling the Rashford thing. As much as I want him to shut the hell up about it and just
I
let
do
it
too.
just fly under the radar now, because like you're only giving them sound bites now.
Yeah.
They know how to trigger you now. Only you can control your emotion in this situation. So like, just let him go. If he doesn't go now, if he doesn't go in this window by Monday, he'll just sit in the reserves. He'll sit in the stands and he'll just be collecting his check until we get a move for him. So all in all, well, I can finally say I feel good about the team, but I'm definitely worried about Palace on the weekend.
I'm going to be that person. I want to touch on Rashford for 2 minutes. 2 minutes alone. Not more than that. Just 2 minutes.
We go as long as you need.
Rashford, the one thing I did like that Amorim said was, it's not personal. It's, I don't care who you are. If you don't have the attitude, you don't have the desire to play for Man United, I'm not going to pick you. This is like, and I love Rashford. I do. I think he's a homegrown talent, done some amazing things for the community. For me, this is not just his Man United career. I think this is his entire career. If you don't fix this now, this could be your career. You know what I mean? It's like,
no.
Well, for me, it's like this could be your career, because Bayern are not going to pick you up, because you're right now you're available for loan, right, on half the wages. So Bayern could pick him, but any team could pick him up for about 150 grand a week right now. Bayern don't want him. PSG don't want him. Real don't want him. Barcelona don't want it. Well, they want him, but they can't really afford him. You're looking at Borussia Dortmund, can't afford him. They're languishing down in 12th right now, I believe it is, in La Liga, in their league. Can't afford him. The only team that I'm really seeing right now that really, really will go all out for him right now is Galatasaray. We're never going to sell him to a Premier League team. We're just not. So for me, it's a career thing, because if you can't have the mindset under a brand new manager to go, I'm going to at least show that you have the mindset. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking attitude. At least show that you have the mindset. If Amorim doesn't think you have it and you're trying to show it, fair enough. But you're not trying to show that mindset. Do you know, I saw a picture of him the other day and I'm like, you don't look fit. He doesn't look fit. He doesn't look like he's been working out. And this is nitpicking, but your hair's all over the place. You just don't look ready.
What are we talking about?
I said nitpicking. I said nitpicking. I said nitpicking. But you don't, for me, you just don't look ready to be a star for Manchester United. And I did say nitpicking. That's me nitpicking. You just don't, like, I saw him at training and he's standing there like, and then I watched where we call it piggy in the middle inning, right? You stand in a circle, you have two guys in the middle, kick the ball around. If the guy gets it, what?
Rondo.
Is that what you call it here?
That's what it's called in Europe too, is a rondo.
Well, we call it at the youth level. We call it piggy in the middle.
Yeah,
you know, that's what I've always known as piggy in the middle, because that's what you call the kid. You know what I mean? So you're playing the ball around him, and he just running around, and it's lackluster. And I'm like, dude, show some fight. Show the guy you were 2 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily about, okay, that's where my mindset is. It's at least try and show it, and try and show to Amorim, because I guarantee you Amorim is begging to have him in that team. Begging to have him in that team right now. There's no doubt in my mind Amorim is begging to have him in that team. But I also agree, on the other hand, agree with Amorim because he also can't show the other players that, okay, I made an example out of Rashford, but, I'm an injury down and I've got to put him in now. Because that goes back to the mindset of Paul Pogba. Because Paul Pogba, to me, is one of the greatest talents he's such a great talent. But he just wasn't. And I don't know if it was at Man United because he played excellent at Juventus, but just didn't have that mindset at Man United. And I know that he has to leave, and I know that he was denied that, and that plays a factor into it. But even before, he only really had one good season at Man United. And United for a long, long time have had that mindset of just allowing players that are mid, to quote my son, unfortunately, that are mid, and they don't deserve to play, and we allow them to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I think it's a little melodramatic to be like, this is his career and all this. I don't know what's going to happen to the guy. I know he wants money for where he's going, and there's a lot of teams that can't afford him now. Like, it's winter time. People typically don't make these kind of purchases in the winter time for a guy like Rashford that's going to want an absorbent amount of money. So, like, that's what I think it is. It's like, it's not easy to go at this point in time unless you're like a top 20 player in the world, which he's not. He's not that. Osimhen's not going to go anywhere. He's not going to go anywhere. And there's multiple teams in form. What top 20 or top 30 player went anywhere that's on the Rashford's kind of wages this window? Nobody really. Nobody really went.
Well,
So
you're probably talking the City guy, the Egyptian. He's I would say top 20. He's pretty good.
He's top 20 in the world?
Yeah, striker, yeah. Name 20 strikers better than him.
What's his name, dude?
I don't remember his name. The Egyptian guy. But like he's good though. He's good.
20, you don't remember his name?
Yeah, dude, there isn't 20 good strikers in the world right now. They used to be. Real quick,
the top 20 player, not top 20 striker. Top 20 player in the world.
Yeah. Then fair enough. Yeah, I agree with you. I meant
like,
striker. Just real quick, Garnacho United 2, 𝗕𝗓. Yeah, what? No, I'm not sure if you're saying what's up or 𝗕𝗓, but yes, 𝗕𝗓.
Yeah,
I actually have it here. I haven't showed you this. I've got to show you this. Wayne Rooney picture.
That's sick.
But, yeah. Favorites of all time. My favorite of all time, definitely one of the greatest.
Yeah, I just don't see. I just don't think right now is the best time for any club to buy anybody on his wage. He'll go,
but you could get him for 50.
That's still a lot of money. That's still a lot of money.
Not for Real Madrid or Bayern.
That's still a lot of money.
Dude, it's definitely not for PSG or Newcastle.
Okay, so that's still a lot of money on loan for a guy like Rashford. Like, he's had all this stuff going on. That's a lot of money. Who wants to do that? When he goes, he'll be on less than that, going someplace else.
Well, he's on 300 a week with us. So
Newcastle don't need him.
Well, they just sold their one of their strikers to Atlanta.
Newcastle don't need, and it wasn't a striker; it's a midfielder. It was 𝗕𝗓𝙍𝙬. And he wasn't even playing. He's 31 years old. He's not the same as Rashford. Like, I know Miggy's a hero here in Atlanta. He won us our first ever title, and they got him a move to Newcastle. But
he might win you another.
Let him come to United because he'll show more heart than Rashford does. I'll say that for sure. But yeah, I just want Amorim to just settle that now. Just chill out on that. Don't let the media get you in.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd be like, no comment.
Yeah, you're not helping us. You're not helping us. But for Rashford, I wish him well, man. I just don't think. I just he's not happy here. You're not happy here, and you haven't gotten the move you want because it's just not time for that yet. You're gonna have to sit. You wanted an emergency move out, you didn't get it. Now you have to sit in the stands, or either compete or sit in the stands. But either way, Amorim is the main person saying anything that we're gonna get. The pictures you see in training or whatever the case, that's up to people's interpretation. But when Amorim breaks the fourth wall every time, it just gives more talk, and it doesn't help his sale, whether it be now in the next 3 days or in the summer. Right? But he'll go for 125K someplace, and we will be better for it. And hopefully,
Can you see him going before Monday?
Nah. Nobody has the money.
Galatasaray, they want. They do.
Nobody. It doesn't make sense to do that kind of business right now. You're flying.
Him and
They're doing
Osimhen
well.
up front together.
They're doing well. They don't need him. They don't need Rashford right now.
But did they win
No,
today?
wait.
I don't think they won.
No,
Last time I checked, they wouldn't.
They didn't win, but they're already in. They're uncomfortable. They don't need.
Yeah, but did they get? Yeah, but did they get? They did. They didn't get automatic promotion.
Let's check.
I don't think Galatasaray got automatic promotion unless they won today.
They didn't win today, but they're in. Oh, they're in 14th.
Yeah, they did. They didn't get automatic promotion today. Yeah, they lost today.
Oh man, I forgot. Okay, so it's Lazio. I was thinking about Lazio
lost today, but they didn't really play their stuff.
And Bilbao. Bilbao is another one I'm worried about too.
Dude, did you look at the table?
Yeah,
I'm looking at it now. Team with 5 fucking ticks on there right now.
Yep.
Dude,
5-3.
Can you imagine this? Right,
drew a lot in the beginning.
When we had Ten Hag, we had 3 draws. We were languishing down in 27th, 28th. Now we're third in the league, dude. Dude, did that seem possible to you? And that's what's got me more excited about the Europa League.
Huh? We weren't losing, so it was.
No, I know we weren't losing, but we weren't winning.
Yeah, we weren't losing, so it was like a couple wins would get us on the right track. So I didn't seem impossible.
Yeah, it would have got us in the knockout
when was it going to happen?
It would have got us in the knockout. It wouldn't have got us in the top 8. I don't think he would have got us in. It just goes to me the mindset that 5 wins on the bounce in Europe, and I know they're not been great teams. But again, you have to put what's in front of you.
Yeah, I get. We didn't lose those 3 first games with Ten Hag, so it was just a matter of time when we would kick on and win. And we haven't lost the game yet, so good. The real teams will be shown now with the Leons and the Bilbaos and we'll really get to see. We'll get to see what level we're at and how good we're doing there. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for those knockout stages. This is my favorite part of the competition for sure. I love the Champions League and I love Europa. I love it.
Well, to me, it's Europe is Europe, and one of my Arsenal friends earlier said, "Oh, you're in the Europa League." I'm like, "Yeah, mate, you're even won the Europa League.
You've never won it. Like,
don't even come at me with that shit. What? Don't even come at me."
Like whoever that is the last person to say anything.
They think Arteta is godsend. Oh, he's a great manager.
What? You had a manager that won things.
Yeah.
Yo, he must have now. Whoever says those things, they now become an Arsenal fan because Wenger won things.
He's been an Arsenal fan.
Wenger's their greatest ever manager.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not even close.
But that being said, we're coming up to 9 o'clock. I know we don't have a time set, but I do have some things to get tonight. Just a couple of things with Sung Lee and Ghana. Thank you for popping in, guys. We much appreciate you. If you're still in, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. This is such a interactive fan zone. You're never wrong on your company. That's what we like to hear. Even if we disagree, you're never wrong. We like to hear your comments. And Mikey, Crystal Palace at the Sunday. We're gonna do a prediction now because we don't really have a big show between now and Sunday. I'm gonna go 2-1 Man United. If you're in the chat real quick, please put your what you think in the chat. Let us know.
Yeah, I say 2-0. I said we could beat. The only person I really worry about I don't know if Eze is gonna be there. I don't know if he's out injured. Eze and Mateta. I think
Okay.
they could be harmful to us down the line.
They
But
can be.
other than that, I feel like whoever's starting up top should be able to handle that center back pairing. And we should be able to get some real crosses put in because they're very weak defensively. They're set up really badly. So with that being said, okay, Ronaldo says 3-0. Garna says 2-1. I agree 2-1. Quentin's taking I'll tell 2-1. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna just take 2-0. I think we hold. I would like to see. I'm okay with seeing this lineup except for Malacia. He can go.
Oh yeah.
Erickson doesn't start. I put Kobe probably in the 10 to try to test that out.
Maybe
But
put Ugarte back in.
yeah, Ugarte has to start. I think it was great. Ugarte got a rest.
Last 2 games he's got a rest, dude. He only played 20 minutes in the last 2 games.
Yeah, so I think he got a full rest today. Get a rest in the last game. You should be good to go now, at least for this game. So we'll have a lot of the ball in this game. We'll have plenty of the ball in this game, and we'll be able to dictate. It's just a matter of if we're going to be successful with the attack. If there's going to be some end product, and that's what I'm always scared of with these guys. Who's going to get us the end product? We got it today, so we move forward.
Perfect. Well, it's another episode of 1878 United Fan Zone. Mikey, pleasure as always, and we will see you guys on Monday night. Mikey, you gonna do your show Sunday?
I'll be doing the show. I don't think I'm gonna go down to the pub, so there will be a match reaction going on for that.
I've got something in my works too.
I think that we got the LA guys will be doing something. Can't tell if Garnacho plays better at left wing back or the 10 spot. You know what? I need to see him play a little bit more at that left wing back.
Me too. I agree, Garnet.
Yeah, I need to see a little bit more of that. But yeah, we think the LA guys are going to do something. Welcome, shouts to Mark Barry. Welcome, Mark Barry just joined us. He's a football instructor and ex city stalker, ex Liverpool rundown man. So shouts to Mark Barry. Glad to have you.
Yeah, congratulations, Mark, for joining the team.
Yeah, we'll see you guys.
I want to, like I said, Ghana. Thank you for popping in. Sung Lee, I'm not sure if you're still in here. Man, we appreciate people like you because you're what makes the channel thrive. And we've got some big things coming here at 1878 United Fans. And it's people like you that are able to push it a little bit forward. Jordan Burbridge, another new guy. Thank you for popping in. Garnacho left wing back, please no. I would like to see him a little bit more, but with our new signing at left wing back, I'm kind of agreeing with you. I think Amorim's plan is to have him as a 10 right now, and that really does look like something that he's trying to do. But I do appreciate your comment. We're a community. And, we're allowed to agree to disagree. I would like to see him a little bit more at wing back, but I don't. I kind of agreeing with you a little bit more. I don't really see him defensive. I mean, Mikey.
I want to see it because
I do want to see it.
I would like to see it. I do want to see it. I do want to see it. I just see it. Nobody's saying it's going to work or not work, but I'd be okay with that if he commits himself to getting back. Right, with something that Rashford couldn't be asked. If he commits himself to get back, right? I don't say he has to be he doesn't have to be Ashley Cole, but if he can get back and he could do something, maybe stop crosses, and then he could give us a little bit more width, because our whole offense comes from the width. We need to maintain width. So if he can give us that, I'm all for it. I think he played well today. I know he necessarily wasn't in that role today, but I think he was great today. I would like to see him doing some more of what he did today.
He definitely did better than Malacia today there, Jordan.
For
I
sure.
will say that. He did better than Malacia today.
Sure.
But that is the end of our show. We appreciate everybody with their comments because it means a lot to me and it means a lot to Mikey. We will see you Monday. We're going to try and get more shows out. We're going to try and get more in-depth things going out. We're not a big show, but we're definitely not a small show. So we're definitely trying to get more out there. And one of the things that we're trying to do, and I'm working on here, Mikey, is I'm actually working on it, is trying to get calls into the show. Trying to work on getting calls into the show. Real quick, last one for Ghana.
I already answered him. Let's end this. Let's end this. We gotta go.
Okay.
I already answered him. Garnacho.
Right.
We gonna see you next week, guys. We'll see you next week.
People.
Shout out to y'all.
Ghana,
man.
thank you for stopping in. He answered it. We'll speak to you later. Please stop in on Monday. We'll speak to you guys later. Everybody, peace out. Glory, glory, Man United.
Coming to you live from